The second gate in either the personality sun or in the conscious core essence is the receptive. This is higher knowing. And one of these three incarnation crosses or purposes will be yours to fulfill. That's the Sphinx, the driver, and Defiance. So when we get to this version of the Sphinx, this is the second version. The first version was in the 13. Now we are in the second version. We're really moving into a whole new aspect here, because now we've moved into the quarter of civilization. And this quarter of civilization is all about manifestation. It's about building the form, the Maya. And what happens here in this particular quarter from the 2 until the 33, we have every single one of the throat gates here. So all 11 gates are activated through this field of civilization. So if we were to give this quarter, let's just say a nickname, it would be manifestation instead of civilization. So this is about getting things done, building things, and making things. It also has, obviously, a verbal aspect to it, an acoustic aspect to it, in terms of being able to articulate and express in so many different ways. That acoustic, that verbalization, that larynx that dropped 12,000 years ago, that really began to give us the power to create what we see right now. So when we look at this quarter of civilization, it really is the pressure for us to manifest. And how are we going to manifest? We are going to manifest through the holy grail of our design. That really is, everything's moving to the throat. Even if you don't have any gates in the throat, you still have the possibility of manifestation. And what we do is we begin to move away from clever beings of the first quarter that was all about mental and the mind and consciousness. Now we're moving into more of the concretized aspect of our reality. So at a very basic level, it is the place of the driver. That's what the 2 is. This is where our magnetic monopole resides. And if you're in the purpose-driven wealth formula, I don't go over the magnetic monopole that much. But what it is we come in and our soul resides, and we have different aspects of and pieces of a soul residing within us so that we know our direction. And what the monopole does is it really holds us together in the separateness of our illusion. It connects us to our past, to our future. It allows us to ride along on this railway track and move into what we should be moving into in this movement of time and space. So what you're looking at is one of the gates in which we all are given a direction. That really is through the Sphinx, and this particular incarnation cross is so important because it's the entire theme for humanity. Direction, direction, direction. So the nature of our basic direction lies here. And our basic direction is actually moving towards beauty. So this direction of beauty, whether that be naturally happening for us or whether we actually have to put a little bit of hard work into it, it is one of the most beautiful things to understand about our evolution and our direction, that we are always moving towards what is beautiful. As long as the mind, as long as the mind isn't pulling you off your trajectory. So what the Sphinx does in this second variation is that it opens us up for everything, for all the possibilities of our direction. We have tons of possibilities. However, it is always the decision-making strategy that will guide us and will align us along our movement. So these sphinxes are bringing us so much direction. They are bringing in the direction from the past. They're bringing the direction in from the future. They are bringing this creative, artistic, creative ability for us to step into that direction. And these are self-absorbed beings, this right angle cross of the Sphinx. The Sphinxes are always very self-absorbed because they are right angle. So they are designed to hold fast to their direction. And then when they do that, what the rest of us, what we get as a benefit is we get to be able to watch them do this so that we can then see the difficulties or see the beauty of it all. So one of the difficulties that these people have is really to explain direction to us. They just show up and they help us align to our direction. So understand that it is up to us to create our own beauty. That's what's so important. And that's really what a Sphinx shows us. We are designed to create our own beauty. Okay, now let's look at the juxtaposition of the driver. One of the things about this cross is that those on it are absolutely focused on following their direction and trying to pull people in their wake. They know where they are going. And that really is what they live out. They know where they are going and will bring whomever along with them. And they also are here to absolutely bring those principles and those answers for people. However, they're fixed. They're on they're doing their thing. They are bridging the self-absorbed to the transpersonal. And that beauty piece comes in the cleanliness. The cleanliness of just moving towards something. Moving towards truth of a direction. And they really need to know the truth of everything. So these are very fixed beings in their direction. Then we have the left angle cross of Defiance. Of course, when we have left angle crosses, really is about co-creating, collaborating, being around people because you're bringing that karmic aspect. So you get to the expectations of others. These are forces that are always defying the standard direction that is going on. Thinking that they have their own answer and a better principle, they are the ones who are going to defy what the general direction seems to be. So they're like, we must break this and go this way. This is not the way to go. Follow me. So you're dealing with someone who is defying the direction. So the second gate never disappears from the formation as we move through from the right to the left angle. It is always there. It is a part of the direction. But there are incredible nuances in that. Look at the world that we live in today. We still have people living in the Stone Age, meaning we still have villages in places in the jungles that we've never actually even encountered. And there are many different things that are operating concurrently on this planet. We have high-tech people living in cities to tribes in Africa and probably South America that are still using spears and sticks and stones and building huts with leaves, which is not a bad thing. And we have all of these directions happening all at once. But what you get to when you get to the left angle cross of Defiance is that they're no longer, they're not happy with the status quo of a direction. They will change up direction and make slight differences of that direction to help people move into the future. So if this is you, direction, coaching people on direction, giving people direction. honing in on your own direction. And of course, we need to know your entire design so that we can see the entirety of who you are. However, direction is so important. Helping people see where they were, helping come to answers for themselves, helping them absolutely step into the potential of their own principles and the possibilities that are waiting for them. All right, friends, have fun playing around with your wealth attraction strategy here.